In the last segment, we created a causal model. Now let's do causal inference on it. So let's select Causal Model Inference. Then we could load a model from the local hard drive, which comes as a zip file. However, let's continue with our discount model and load it from cloud storage by clicking on Open Model and selecting the one we want to work with. I'll start with the feature Causal Questions. These are plain probability queries that you type into the query field on the top right. Let's start by simply requesting a sampled probability distribution for revenue. The syntax is P, left parentheses, R, remember R is revenue's abbreviation, equals question mark, right parentheses. Then click on Ask and, tada, we can see a bar plot of the probability distribution. Below, there's a plot which gives us the mean as well as the 94% high density interval. As I said, the result of this feature is sampled data. The default sample size as of the recording of this video is 100,000. If you want to modify this number, append exclamation mark and your preferred number of samples. For example, 200. Click on Ask and we see that the plots have changed significantly. So now let's move on to some more sophisticated queries. As I said in the previous segment, this model shall be used to determine if the discount campaign yielded more revenue. So let's take a look at the conditional probability of revenue while we assume discount to be 20. Now the high density interval shifted towards more revenue. Okay, how does it look like with zero discount? Okay, that's much less revenue. So, should we tell the retailer that the discount campaign was a monetary success? Viewers familiar with causality might point out that we only calculated the associative probability and not the interventional one. But the good news is that Whyond is also capable of handling that. On the right side of the bar, we now type do left parentheses d equals 20 right parentheses. And the result is very striking. Revenue decreases significantly. If we intervene by setting the discount to 0, we see that the revenue is much higher. So if we consider causality rather than correlation, we should tell our retailer that giving discounts reduces his revenue. The reason behind all this is, by the way, that people spend more at the beginning of the month when discounts are high than at the end of it. Furthermore, Whyond can calculate counterfactual queries, i.e., answer causal questions that are on the highest rung of Pearl's causal ladder. Assume that we had a revenue of 10 and gave a discount of 20. What would the probability distribution of revenue be if we had given no discount at all? To make Whyond answer this question, we type P left parentheses R underscore left curly brace D equals 0 right curly brace equals question mark, vertical bar, D equals 20, comma, R equals 10, right parentheses. And here we go. The revenue would have been higher. By a lot. Then I'll show you the feature corner cases. First things first. What do we mean here? The answer is, it's basically an optimization where Whyond finds extreme values for a given variable, tells which parameter values led there, and how much they influence the outcome. So we select revenue as target variable and want to know how week of January and discount influence it. Then let's say we want to know when and why revenue has low values. Finally, I select the root cause algorithm. So we have 5 cases with low revenue here. And we see that, at least according to our model, week of January heavily influences the revenue and not so much the discount. Finally, there is the feature identifiability. However, it's not yet fully implemented. Thus, I might present it in a future video. If you have further questions about Whyond, don't hesitate to contact us.